now, we're live. Yes, live from Jay's place, and we're talking
Barbershop Talk.
Yes, Barbershop Talk, where nothing is off limits and everything's on the table.
Everything's on the table. Barbershop Talk. Come on, everybody. We're here at Jay's place. Barbershop. We're talking Barbershop Talk. Barbershop Talk. Barbershop Talk. Where nothing's off limits. Barbershop Talk. Barbershop Talk. Barbershop Talk. Barbershop Talk. Everything's on the table. Barbershop Talk. Barbershop Talk. Barbershop Talk. Barbershop Talk. Everything's on the table. Barbershop Talk. Barbershop Talk.
Here at Jay's Place Barbershop, located at 1927 Olive Road. Listen, another special edition of Barbershop Talk Live. Remember, I haven't seen you since last week. How you been doing? Listen, glad you tuned in to another special edition of Barbershop Talk Live. Tonight is a special edition, as I said before, because we're going to get into some results. The results of the election that we just had 20 plus hours ago. So we want to get into this conversation. So I urge you, and especially you, if you got a question, you got a comment, or you got a concern you want to put into this conversation, by all means, put your questions, put your comments, or your concerns on the screen. We'll make sure we answer those questions all the time. No questions off limits. Barbershop Talk Live again, we're here. But before we get into this conversation, let's give a shout out to the sponsor that put this program together, what you see. Barbershop Talk Live, I'm talking about my good friend Demetrius Johnson, Beverly's Body Butter, right here in Augusta, Georgia, homegrown. Listen, please, man, please, sir, get the product. Get the product in your home. Get it in your medicine cabinet. Get it on your nightstand. Whip Scented Shea Butter. I'm telling you, it's great for your hair, great for your skin, and also good for your pain. Call her up, 706-564-5335. Again, that number is 706-564-5335. You got TikTok, hit her up on TikTok. Melon Queen 1976, that's a TikTok handle. Also, Barbershop Talk Live again, she got coconut, mango, peach, Island Paradise, and strawberry. Again, that's my good friend Demetrius Johnson, Beverly's Body Butter, right here in Augusta, Georgia. Again, the number is 706-564-5335. Demetrius Johnson, Beverly's Body Butter. Barbershop Talk Live World again. I know you've been dealing with that problem. I heard about your problem. I know you got a problem you've been dealing with. Listen, call my good friend Alan Odom. Your problem is tree removal, pond maintenance, and also cut your grass, demolition work also. Also, give him a call at 706-294-8493. Again, that number is 706-294-8493. Alan Odom, pond maintenance specializes. I'm talking about specializing in demolition work, tree removal. If you got a pond, you want to get a pond, he'll build your pond, he'll maintain your pond. The number again is 706-294-8493. Pond maintenance, Alan Odom, also homegrown right here in Augusta, Georgia. Listen, I want to give a special shout out to all those persons in the CSRA that had a chance to go out and exercise your right to vote. If you was in that group and you exercised your right to vote, big ups to you. God bless you. Thank you for doing what you were supposed to have been doing. Again, your voice was heard. You made your voice heard. So again, thank you, CSRA Barbershop Talk Live. We'll say appreciate you. Thank you for voting because you had to vote. You can't complain if you didn't vote. That's what they say, right?
That's right.
Don't complain if you didn't vote. So thank you, CSRA Barbershop Talk Live World, for voting. Now listen, you didn't come to see my pretty face. You didn't come to see these pretty white teeth. You come to see who in the hot seat tonight, and I'm telling you, it's going to be a conversation that I want you to get into. I want you to get involved in because you might have some stuff we need to hear about. So Barbershop Talk Live, without further ado, I want to present to some and introduce to others. Listen, my good friend to my immediate right is none other than Miss Francine Scott.
Thank you.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me here.
All right.
Time.
All right.
I guess I've been dodging you.
Well, you never know.
but I guess I am in the hot seat.
You in the hot seat tonight.
First, I would like to thank you for what you're doing in the community with Barbershop and all the other activities you do outside of the Barbershop Live. But I'm excited to have a conversation.
Okay.
And I think that's what we need to start doing here in Augusta is having adult conversations about problems that we have in our community. So I'm glad to be here. And so thank you so much for having me today.
All right. Now you make me feel like I'm important.
You are.
You make me feel like I just hit the number. But listen, before we get started this conversation, I want to also get my attention and your attention to all the way over there to the right. There's none other than Commissioner Don Clark. How you doing, Don?
Hey, what's going on?
You better give me something, man.
Yes, sir.
Good to see you, baby. Good to see you. Listen,
Yes,
listen, Barbershop Talk Live Roll again. This is the conversation I'm telling you, you want to be a part of. You want to get into it. You got any questions, any concerns, any comments, just something you want to just talk about, dealing with the results of the election that we just had right here in Augusta, Georgia. And there's a lot of different elections, a lot of different results that went on in the city. So again, get into this conversation because we want to know what's on your mind. Because again, I always tell the people, I'm good, but the people want to know. And you should know. So we want to make sure we get into this conversation. Listen, I got to go to the screen because I see the people are already logging in. Can we go to the chat line before we can get this conversation? Who we got here? We got Jamal Bigham say, Mr. Kia's in the All right, Jamal's in the building also. Listen, he's about, yo, they in the building. Barbershop Talk Live. Listen, Miss My Imperfect Option say happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. You. Thank you for logging in. Thank you for watching. Don't forget, you got a question, you got a comment. We're talking about the results of the election last night. A lot of different results came out. Some people are happy, some people upset, some people just don't know what to think right now. So again, we want to get into that conversation and let you know what the people in the hot seat are talking about, what's going forward, and what's going to be moving forward for the city of Augusta and the CSRA. So now I want to, as I get started, Francine, I want to come to you first because, as you said earlier, this is probably your first time being on Barbershop Talk Live.
Absolutely.
And that's good. Because again, you don't know what to expect.
I know.
So let's start this thing up because some people know you, some people don't know you. Mm-hmm. But we always got some people that tune in for the first time. They want to know, who is Francine Scott?
Well, I'm Francine Scott, born and raised in Augusta, left Augusta and moved to Chicago to go to school, and then I moved back to Atlanta and had a successful career in the state of Georgia, starting with the Department of Corrections. Then I went to Roy Barnes when he was the governor, and I just moved myself around the state government and had a successful, moved back to Augusta to take care of my mother, who was suffering with Alzheimer's, and I've been back 11 years. And one day I was running down the street and bumped my head and said, "I'm going to run for, a commissioner." And when I thought about it, I was like, "Well, District 1 is already somebody's in the seat with Commissioner Johnson." So Commissioner Hassan said, "Well, Francine, District 9 is 4 districts. That's half of the city." I said, "Oh, I'm going to do it," and here I am. And hopefully I am making a difference to our community. I tell people all the time, you don't have to say you don't never see me because I'm always in the street somewhere in Augusta. I enjoy what I do. I think we have a lot to, Augusta is a jewel, and I think we just need to keep the right people in the right seats to be a part of making Augusta what it needs to be.
Okay, all right. Barbershop Talk Live again. I appreciate you, first of all, for coming to the hot seat. Yep. Because we call it a hot seat because you don't know what's going to happen.
I know.
And I really don't know either. We just go with the flow. So we appreciate you coming into Barbershop Talk Live to get in and just let us know what's on your mind.
Absolutely. And
see what's going on. Now, Don, I got to give you the flow too because we always have some people that don't know who Don Clark is.
Right.
And do the same as you came. We're looking to that camera. Tell the people, who is Don Clark?
Yeah, so Don Clark, currently represent proudly District 5 for Augusta Richmond County. I'm a transplant to the area, so I'm originally from Houston, Texas, brought here by the military, and what really kept me here was meeting my beautiful wife.
Okay.
And that's what kind of made Augusta home from there.
Okay.
But again, retired military, done a lot of things in the community. There was a lot of things I didn't know about Augusta when I retired. Mm-hmm. So I really kind of introduced myself to the area through community service.
Okay.
So through collaborating with others, through creating initiatives, through even, just networking as a whole, so that I could make sure that I fully understood the area. And I was kind of like, Fran, one day I woke up with the craziest idea to say, let me run to represent. But it wasn't crazy in the sense of just for the sake of what your heart leads you to do.
Right.
You want to serve, you want to make impact, you want to get to where the decisions are made to really kind of bring needed change.
Okay.
So that's what led me here, and that's who I am.
Barbershop Talk Live again. I hope I don't bump my head. Make sure I don't.
You told me you were.
I don't plan on bumping my head no time soon.
You told me you were getting ready.
I was prepared, but I don't know if I'm going to bump my head no time soon. But listen, again, we're going to talk about some election results that we just had a few hours ago. Major changes going on in the city, major things going on that's going to be happening in the next few months because we have what we call a whole regime coming in, whole new body of people coming in, whole new attitudes, whole new spirits, different ideas coming in. Yeah. So Augusta as a whole has to deal with a lot of changes going on because there are a lot of things that are going to be totally unexpected. Now, Francine, let me start with you because you are what we call a season at this politic world.
Okay.
You know, that being said, when you move back to Augusta, did you realize what you was getting yourself into? When I say that, do you realize because some people say Augusta is full of is kind of diverse, and when you come from a place like Atlanta and you come back to Augusta, was it a struggle for you to kind of fit in or see what was going on?
Yeah, I think so, and it's ironic. Let me just tell this little story about Don and I and
Okay.
how we met. We met on the campaign trail. I think he was working, he was on Judge Monique Walker.
Okay.
I think that's when our first introduction was, and we was kind of cool. The second time we met, he was supporting my cousin husband, Corey Johnson.
Not so cool.
And well, I mean, you know, it was just opposition. We never had any beef, but we made this promise that whoever won the election, they had to call me. We had to call each other and say congratulations. And when I won, I couldn't wait. They called and he said, yeah. Tasha said I need to call you, but it was never any rivalry and stuff. Friendly. He had somebody, you know, that he was supporting, and I was running, but we had. So it's just, I guess, a life circle. Here we are today, the day after an election, and I did support Stephen Kendricks for the mayor, and Don supported the mayor. But it's no beef between, you know, everybody got their own idea who can best serve Augusta, Richmond County, and that's what we need to be focused on. Who can do a better job, or who can be able to move Augusta into the future. We cannot stay where we are.
That's right.
We got to move, and we have to have progressive thinkers that can see what they can do and how they can make Augusta be a place that I would love for my grandson, who is 21 and lives in Seattle, and say, hey, Grandma, Nana, I'm coming to Augusta. But right now, he was saying, I'll stay here in Seattle with Mama a little longer because the opportunity is just not there for a young black 21-year-old person who's just about to finish college. So there's being an elected official is not an easy job because you cannot satisfy 5 people.
Man.
You know, and then you have to be able to communicate and collaborate with your colleagues that's on the board, and also you got to be able to tell a constituent that you can't do something and get the backlash where I'm going to vote you out and I'm going to do a recall on you, and it's just not that easy. It's hard. It's really hard job, and it's not. They say it's a part-time job, but truly it is not a part-time job because you're getting calls, and it's not a complaint because that's what I put myself out to do. I just think people need to understand when you're going to get back with you, we'll get back with you. It may not be that day, it may not be tomorrow, but I'm a super district commissioner, so I work with 4 other district commissioners. And if somebody called me, and if I know Don is out of town or on vacation, or if it's something that I can help do, I'll just tell them, come on, I'll do it. And it's not trying to do somebody's work, it's just something that needs to be done.
Okay, now let me go back to the chat line. We got Angela Burnett. Is that Burnett?
Burnett.
Yeah.
She said, Don needs to forget he's the commissioner for the entire, I guess that.
To not forget.
Not forget.
Yeah.
West Augusta.
Yeah.
The new West Augusta. Okay. And she also said, glad Stephen Kendrick is in place. Okay. Bernie Ward Center. She listen. Ms. Angela, I appreciate you for joining. Thank you for your comment. Thank you for your concerns. Listen, make sure that I'm glad you voted. Watching the Barbershop Talk Live again. Keep tuning in. Keep putting your comments and your concern on it. And again, now, Dawn, let me come to you because she made me think about something when she said that about the not forget. What exactly is the job of the commissioner? Because sometimes we get different ideas, different things, what y'all should be doing or what you could be doing. And it seems like, as Francine said, or as Nana just said, sometimes you get confused and somebody want you to do this, you can't do that. So what is the job of a commissioner as a whole?
Well, I think the biggest job is trying to help, add some clarity to things. Like, Fran was saying earlier, there's a lot of asks, there's a lot of requests, there's a lot of need out there.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, sometimes that need may be at your front doorstep and it may not.
Okay.
But it doesn't mean necessarily that we forget or don't know what the boundaries of our districts are. All of us are very familiar with the boundaries. Just as of yesterday, because Meadowbrook is in District 5 as well, we had an issue with pit bulls that I was contending with over there. Had some issues with trees over there in Meadowbrook as well.
Okay.
So, Miss Angie, I always appreciate your support and your feedback, but understand the issues that are dealing with all of our districts. All of us have that as a top priority. But I think it goes back to what Fran said earlier. We're one individual trying to deal with, each district has 50,000 folks assigned to it. Fran has 4 districts.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So, yeah. So it's a lot going on always.
Okay.
And I exaggerate on the 50,000. I don't think it's 50,000.
Well, it's a lot.
25,000 per district.
You have 25 and I have 102,000.
Right. But I think the biggest concern that folks need to understand, if we don't get to you right away, understand that it's not that we're dismissing a concern. We're definitely not trying to, set aside anything, but we do want to make sure that everyone understands that the work of the county is widespread, and everyone needs some kind of assistance in some way. So if you can't get through the service support lines through 311, if you can't get through to me at the time, that's what we got, a super for each of the 4 districts. Everyone has multiple layers of support. And guess what? If I get a call from District 3 or District 6 or District 1, guess what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to turn them away. Okay. I'm going to get them assigned with some support and then follow up with their commissioner and say, hey, your constituent reached out. So it's a full press effort, but I think it's some folks think that we all do this full time.
Right.
It's expected full time.
It's expected full time. Okay.
On paper, it says it's part time. Out of all 11 of us up there, I think there's only 3 that are fully retired from work.
Okay.
So most of us up there are working full-time jobs and doing the service of being a commissioner. So it is a consistent effort all day, every day. I don't know about Fran, but if I go to dinner with my family or my wife, I promise you I'm going to get hit by 2 or 3 folks saying, hey, can you help me with this or so-and-so? And that's part of service.
So now, Francine, let me ask this question. What type of person does it take to be a commissioner? Because again, as we see you all sitting in the chambers and just going through what you're going through, I always tell the person they have to have some tough skin.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And
you gotta have some tough skin to get in that world. You
have to have tough skin, and you have to. What people say to you, you can't take it personal.
Right.
Okay.
You have to. And you have to have a commitment to your community. It's something that you want to see good in your community, even though it takes, just because someone call you, let me back up. Okay, the project that we have downtown right now, we get a lot of calls about the project, but our constituents need to understand that project, we got that funded, we got approved for that project almost 10 years ago.
Right.
But that same project was offered to 159 counties, which that's make up Augusta. They're just on us in terms of getting it done.
Okay.
And that's what taking so long. So they're saying it's taking a long time, but it's really not taking a long time because it's been in place for 10 years. Okay. So the design done, and you the engineer chairperson, you know, 10 years or 7 years ago, what was approved that you can do on a street or a roadway may have some difference. Like, just like if you're doing something to your house and you have to change out the electrical box or you building on a room, they'll say, well, planning to come and give you the certificate to get it done. And they say, well, you know what? You're going to have to change
because the codes change.
The codes change. So that's the problem that we have. And it's an old city.
Okay.
It's an old city, and we're always constantly saying we got to stop because this is not working and that kind of stuff. So you have to have patience. When you ask your commissioner to get something done, then you have to make sure you have patience with your commission. But also the commissioners, we have to make sure we inform our constituents where they are. And I'm guilty. Sometimes I have all the intentions of calling somebody back, and 2 days go by and I haven't called that constituent back. Right. So tough skins, a commitment to the city to do good things and have a place that people can work, play, and have fun.
Okay.
And Jay, I want to say something because Angie brought up a great point. Angie, you said that it's not taking a long time. People just don't understand. My God, she said a mouthful with that within itself. Okay. Because I think that is the biggest challenge we have. It was the biggest challenge that we saw with the elections. It was the biggest challenge that we have on a consistent basis, even for the commission meetings as well. Okay. Trying to make sure that folks understand everything that's going on. And I'm going to tell you something. I've been a year and a half in. Fran, you've been in?
I'm in my 5th year.
She's in her 5th year in her 2nd term. Listen, it is a constant lesson learned barrage that we're getting on a daily basis. Okay. So I can only imagine for those that aren't integrated in it, how confusing it gets. And that is the biggest challenge that we have, is just trying to make sure that it's communicated properly, that it's communicated enough, but it's also the same thing. If you put 10 of us in a circle and you pass a message around to all 10 people in that circle, when it comes back to you, it's probably going to be different. Right. Because everyone's going to have their interpretation and perception of it. But we do have that challenge. And Angie, I'm glad you brought that up, because what we are working on doing right now, starting in July, I'll be starting the District 5 commission meetings. District meetings, so that we can ensure that there's more collaboration, more understanding, like some of the other districts that do them. All the districts don't do them, but I'll do it for District 5, because now I feel more confident in what I'm doing. I feel like, okay, I got a better understanding. I know how to assist people. I know how to get in, and everyone wants to know. If this election cycle showed anything, it showed people are hungry to get more ingrained. And I'm gonna tell you something, I'm excited. Because 20% turnout for an election.
That's low.
That's low, man.
That's low.
And not even talking about how much it costs to put on each of these elections. You know how much it costs for this runoff election?
I can't even imagine.
$80,000 is what we'll be paying to, and we didn't have a choice in it. We had to do it by law. Right. But each election cycle, all of those polling stations, takes dollars to run them.
80,000.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Barbershop Talk Live again. I want you to get into this conversation. Let me go back to the chat line. Watching, I think I saw Angeline Andrews Milton. She made a comment. First of all, she said, Don, thank you for your service. And she also say, want to know, is there any collaboration, any future collaborations with the school system?
Man, I'm glad she brought that up. We just, I'm excited about it as well. Okay. All right? Finally, we're about to start having consistent communication between the 2 largest tax entities in Richmond County. Okay. The commission and the school.
Okay.
All right. So both sides have unanimously agreed that, hey, we need to set up our frequency of recurring communications and all that. So that's going to be something else that we're going to be announcing soon. Okay. That the community will start seeing us collaborating openly, but more importantly, making sure that the school board is telling us the decisions we make, how it impacts them. And vice versa. The only way that we can improve upon that is if we do, like Fran was saying earlier, got to communicate.
So now is that kind of what the capital T word is we're looking for? And the capital T word is transparency.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have more transparency with the community, with the different agencies and all that, so the community know what's exactly going on, not hearing it through rumors, not hearing it through hearsays. We'll know from the horse's mouth what's really going on.
Yeah, but it's the other T word as well. It's translation.
Translation. Okay.
So we can have transparency where everyone comes to the meetings, can see the meetings online, change the times for the meetings, and so on. But if we're talking and people don't understand what's going on through the nature of just doing the business, then that's where we have a gap. And that's where we got to do a better job of ensuring that folks understand what all these things are. I promise you, and I can speak for me, I'm not going to speak for Fran, I don't understand everything every time that we go into it, which is why I have to research and try to read up, get with the staff so that they can break it down to me.
Okay. Barbershop Talk Live again. I hope you get into this conversation because I know you got some questions, I know you got some concerns, and you might even just have a comment. If you do, don't hesitate. Put the questions, put your comments or your concerns on the screen. We will make sure we answer all those questions. We want you to know what's going on because, again, the people want to know what's happening in this city, in this area, and also the CSRA. So Barbershop Talk Live World, get involved.
Right.
Stay involved and be on the alert because there are a lot of different things coming out in the next few months.
For sure.
Next few months. So now, Ms. Francine, let me ask you this question. All the things that's going on in the next few months that we already talked about, is what about the things that has not gone on? And when I say has not gone on, as you said earlier, there are so many projects that's not taking place. There's so many things that the people see, well, y'all don't have our best interests in mind. Why is it taking so long? Because the average person say, well, it don't take that long at my house. Why it taking so long in the city when all y'all got to do is just vote on it? Just pass the law, pass the vote, and let's do it. Let's get it done. Because it seems like it's that easy. You know,
We make it seem that easy.
Yeah, because we try not, listen, here go crazy scenario. We try not to have this as a church.
Yeah.
And when I say a church, we try not to have a 50-year building fund.
Okay. Yeah.
We're not trying to pay off the church in 50 years because every year we still pay on the building fund.
Yeah.
So I guess the people want to know why these projects take so long because now we get into this stuff that you say coming up real soon, but we ain't got stuff done 20 years ago.
Well, I think one of the reasons is because when Augusta became a consolidated government, we never performed as a consolidated government.
Okay.
We still have people that saying, well, this is how we did it in the city and this is how we're going to continue to do it.
Okay.
So legally you can put on paper that you're a consolidated government, but if you're not functioning as a consolidated government, that's when I think we create problems. Secondly, people think when we come there on every Tuesday, either for committee meeting or for commission meeting, that we have not had any conversations with our directors, our administrators, the community. We have different committees. We have a planning committee, we have a zoning committee, we have airport committee. We have different committees that when you see the commission in session and we start voting and stuff on issues, though we have been somewhat vetted in what is being presented. Also, we may disagree on what's going on, but we're disagreeing because we don't have enough information. Even though people, and I'm retired, but I'm always looking at the clock saying we need to move.
Right.
But there's a lot that we pack into an hour or 2 hours of making the decision.
Okay.
And the scary part is we're making the decision not just for our family, for all 202,000 constituents.
That's right.
in Augusta, Georgia. And we just have to, sometimes we may send a project back to get more information because the community, and I think Don and I do work well with when a community comes before us and they are not feeling the project, we'll immediately say we'll have the community being involved with it. And if the answer is no, we send it back so we can put the community involved. And just on Miss Burnett comment, and specifically at Burning Ward, you know, we delegate and we put money in different projects to get a project done. It takes time, and there's something we getting ready to do with our change our ordinance that hadn't been changed and done, was it 30 years that we haven't done, and that's going to help us streamline the process to get, like Burning Ward has been a thorn in my side since I first came on the commission. The first was when the young man was killed from electric
on the fence.
On the fence,
right.
And I know it took almost a year for them to just fix that part of it, and it still continue.
Right.
We have the money is set aside, but I think we need to streamline the process of what we're doing and how we're doing, and it's going to have to go across the whole county government to make sure we're giving the constituents what they want, especially when they go out and vote. When they vote for SPLOST, and we wait, and it is a process because we don't collect SPLOST as soon as it passed. It takes a year for the SPLOST dollars, and it depends on how much of the tax, the half penny is collected, and where you put that, put the project in place. So it's patient, but I think we're in an antiquated system that we're going to have to start looking at yesterday on how we can get projects taken care of.
Okay, let me go back to the chat line. Ms. Burnett, she said, I think Angela Backus, she said, oh, you are definitely right. Your commissioner should be responding. I guess that's saying that we get back to the person at a timely manner.
Listen, I'll own it all day, every day, just like Fran said.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll miss a call. Sometimes I may not be able to get to somebody. Sometimes I may absolutely neglect to remember to go back to that email or that call. I'll tell you like this. My phone number, because I think some of the folks that are saying they can't get me, let me make sure everybody has the right number. Okay, 706-945-4953. You can email me at dclark@augustaga.gov. But again, don't just limit yourselves to a phone call or an email. Come down to the commission. Come down to the commissioner. You know, see us on the street. Come up and have a conversation. Ms. Bakos, I see her all the time. I promise you, if you come up to me with an issue, we'll get it taken care of. But you all have to do that part of making it a two-way transaction. If you're bringing it to, now if you bring it to me and I totally blow you off and walk off with my nose in the air, absolutely give it to me. But all I'm gonna say is this. That's a lot of people, 200-some thousand people. That's a lot. For all of us, individually and collectively, to try to provide support for, it's almost impossible. But it's not when the sense of, if we make it a partnership, if it's a give and take of communication, if it's also given with some level of sensible grace.
Understanding.
Because at the end of the day, it's nothing I can do by myself.
Can't do it by yourself.
It takes 6 votes to do anything. And then, like Fran was saying earlier, we voted on SPLOST. Man, listen, that was a very important SPLOST package. Because guess what? There's going to be some essential aspects and benefits for South Augusta towards improving that infrastructure. So at the end of the day, we got to keep working, but we got to communicate, and we got to make sure that we do a better job of educating everyone, and everyone does a better job of coming to us and holding us accountable and asking us directly, hey, I need help, I need support, I haven't heard back from you.
Now, what we're going to do now, Ms. Francine, Don, I got to do something I don't want to do. I don't want to take a break. I want to keep this conversation going, but do you mind if I pay a bill?
Pay a bill.
Pay a bill.
I got to pay a bill. Listen, I got to pay. And listen, now when we come back from paying this bill, we're going to go back to the chat line, and Ms. Burnett, she says, have all of the Hurricane Helene money been spent? Now, don't tell me. I'm good. I don't want to know. The people want to know. So what we do, we're going to take a quick commercial break. And after that commercial break, we're going to ask the question that any one of you all can answer that question. Again, the question is, has all of the Hurricane Helene monies been sent? So Barbershop Talk Live World, again, get into this conversation, get involved. Again, put your questions, your comments, all your concerns on the screen. We'll make sure we get a chance to answer all of that. But listen, for now, I want you to watch the screen. My good friend, Mr. Edward Wright, Right One Wellness Body Work will be on the screen. Watch what he got to say. Listen what he got going on. The product and the service is just for you. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
And welcome. Here at the Right Body Work and Wellness, we provide you with body work you can rely on to increase body improvement. WBW provides free consultations to better understand the reasoning for your visit. When a client experiences a WBW massage, they can expect it to be thorough and thought through. The massage is customized to each session. Muscles are handled with care, specifically and individually stretched. Creating a wellness vision to sustain a space of personal comfort, relaxation, and state of rating that makes it great. With over a dozen modalities to fit your needs, so we can ensure quality and provide excellent service to applicants and clients.
Barbershop Talk Live. We're back live here at Jay's Place Barbershop. Again, we at 1927 Olive Road. That's my good friend, Mr. Everett Wright, talking to you about the Right One Wellness Body Works. Get in contact with him. Get the service, and you will not be disappointed. Again, we are live here at Jay's Place Barbershop. Listen, we had to pay the bill, but before we went to pay the bill, we asked a question on the floor, and the question was, Hurricane Helene, has all the money been spent on that project? Because, again, that particular project, that particular hurricane just pretty much wiped this city out to a place we weren't even prepared for.
Yeah.
I'm talking about trees, roads. It was a lot going on in the city that probably never happened here for years. So there was a lot of money coming into the city, a lot of assistance, a lot of help, a lot going on. So I'm good. But the people want to know, has the money been spent?
So is she asking about dollars that folks can apply for FEMA for support, or is she talking about the reimbursements that the city received?
I think I guess we got to get a little more clarity on that question, Ms. Burnett. When you asked the question about the Hurricane Helene money has been spent, so I guess she's meaning, give us a little more clarity on that question, Ms. Burnett, when you get a chance. We'll make sure we actually answer the right question. But you did ask about the money. Well, let's go back to the chat line. Let's go back, we'll say, my friend get angry with me because I'm always voting for the 1 cent splash. Then I can't tell where the money is at. Oh, okay. Well, who would say reimbursement? She said reimbursement that the city has. Yeah. I think that's the answer to the question.
Well, we had to put how that worked. We spent our money.
Okay.
That was in our money, in our budget.
Okay.
We spent money, and the money come back in is to replenish the money that we spent out.
Okay.
I don't think we have gotten all the money. That's a good question. That's something that we have to find. I don't know, but I have to find out from the administrator and finance. I do know we was able to get some of the money back, but I don't know if we have gotten all the money that we put out, because we had to put out a lot of money just to get the city back running. And every day we are faced with new challenges of Helene, because I think some of the trees that's falling and people getting injured and dying because of tree falling not here, I think that's part of Helene. So I think we'll be paying and trying to get money from FEMA for a long time, because it was a devastation. here in Richmond County. We'll be going into, and everybody is welcome, it's an open meeting, we'll be going into our budget, starting our budget, but our budget, what they're calling the retreat is is July 7th, and it's open to the public. And I always advise business owners, constituents, or whoever is interested in where the money is going, what we are putting money to do to run the city, is to come to the budget. You know, learn your county budget, and you can kind of follow along where we're going with the budget. But back to the Helen, I just don't think we have gotten all the money, because that's a process, and it was more than more than just Richmond County hit. With Helene, it was other counties in Georgia, South Carolina, I think North Carolina, and down in Savannah as always. So we're in line to get money, and with this administration, I'm not sure how much money they're going to even, how much money we're going to release. Thank you, Don. Release, and that's something that's a very good question. And I'll have a specific answer if we can. I'll make myself a note to talk to Administrator Allen or Ms. Stevens to see where we are and how much more chunk of money that we have to get. Because if we don't get the money, if they say, well, we're not going to pay you for this, that means that money is gone and we have to do something else. And it'll be interesting to see. We had a hiring freeze, so that lifted some money saving. So it'll be interesting to see where we are in this budget cycle. And again, Ms. Burnett, please try and come to the to the budget meeting. If you have time, and it's online.
So that's why I didn't get the call back for my job, because I did apply for a job, but y'all got a hiring freeze going on.
That's right, absolutely.
Barbershop Talk Live, well, I knew I applied for the job. They didn't call me because it's a freeze, a hiring freeze.
See how we get started?
I didn't know.
So John, what position did you apply for?
I applied for the janitor, but it was open, so that's why I didn't get the job.
But and you're in the community and you're around people all the time. So we need people like you, John, to say, Augusta have a hiring freeze.
Right.
And that's the piece of communication that we haven't gotten right yet. Because yeah.
So Dawn, I got to go back to Miss Backer. She said to clarify, the number I have begins with 1979. So she want to make sure she has the right number that she's trying to get in contact with you about.
706-945-4953. Give me a call. But again, Ms. Bakos is one of those very active community members. Angela, come to me, ask me whatever it is you need. Call me, 706-945-4953, dclark@augustaga.gov. And we'll make sure that we get to the bottom of whatever support that you're saying that you haven't received.
There you go. There you have it. Now listen, what we want to do now, we want to just transition just a little bit now, because again, this particular show is a special show because I want to make sure that everybody get a chance to understand why we're here. And why we're here is to talk about the results of the election that we just had a few hours ago. We have these commissions in the seat now, and I call it the hot seat. So I want to ask you the question that's definitely on everybody's mind. First of all, Ms. Francine, you played a very important part of the person that was running for that particular seat. You was definitely supporting those persons in the background, in the forefront. So now, how do you feel about the election that we just had? When I'm talking about the election, I'm talking about the mayor's race.
Well, I'm happy with the outcome of the race, of course, because I did support Stephen Kendricks. I'm a little disappointed with why people in Augusta, why are we not voting? Why are we not voting? But I think Mayor-elect Kendricks will bring some ideas. He's have experience in government. He did a great job with the tax commission office, and I think I know he will be coming in with the open mind, and I think we haven't seen a cohesiveness that I think we need in with our commissioner, and I think he's a bridge builder, and I think we'll be seeing some things that was missing in the current administration. I have nothing bad to say about Commissioner Garnett Johnson, but I think the city can benefit for a new direction and somebody who really understands government.
Okay.
County government, state government, and sometimes you can't even compare state government with county government because things that I find in what we do in the county, we could never do it in state government. We govern ourselves in state government by standard operation procedures because there would be no question on something that was supposed to happen didn't happen, especially in the prison system. People's lives it's dependent on you following direction. And we get overzealous. When I say we, commission, we tell staff all the time what to do when we don't follow the procedure. And what are they going to do?
Right.
Are they going to tell a commissioner, no, I'm not getting ready to do it? So I think with new leadership and a person that knows government, I think Augusta will blossom.
Okay. Now, Don, let me ask this question to you. Now that we got a new leadership role that's going to be coming in a few months, what's the move more going forward? When I say the move going forward, are we going to still try to tackle the old issues before the new administration come in? Or now that the new administration is coming in, how do you think the commission as a whole is going to be able to adapt to the new leadership coming in?
Well, I think it's simple. The work still has to be done.
Okay.
Election's over with. All of who voted for who supported who is done.
Okay.
All right. Once the people have spoken, once the votes have been tallied,
okay,
once a winner has been assigned, then we got to move on.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, we still have a lot of work to do just to close out this year.
Okay.
Just like Fran said, it's important that we, go into this budget cycle with aligned minds. We're not going to agree on everything, but we have to agree on the simple fact that legally, each and every year, we have to submit to the state a balanced budget.
Okay.
And that's our challenge every single year. How are we allocating the resources? How are we determining the amount of revenue that we have to meet the rising costs of just doing business, period? And you think about it like this. You go to any grocery store that you would normally go to 10 years ago. Can you go there and the prices that were 10 years prior to that still be the same?
No.
Absolutely not. And it's no different from government or any other business. The rising cost of just doing anything, it's crazy. And that's where it comes into understanding. And that's where I say the education has to happen as well. Because we have to educate everyone to understanding why taxes are raised, why fees are raised, why is it important to do that? Everyone always likes to say, hey, Columbia County is doing this and Columbia County is doing that, but Columbia County is also raising taxes on a consistent basis.
Okay.
All right. And the more because those are the ways that we pay for whatever it is we do. It's not coming out of my pocket.
Right.
I am a taxpayer,
Right.
but it's not coming out of me, myself. I'm just holding it up, or Fran, or any of us up there.
Okay.
It's based on the revenue that we're bringing in. If we're not bringing enough revenue to meet the expenses, to meet the rising costs, then we're going to come up short. And that means we're going to have to cut services. We were up against having to cut employees and so on. So those are real challenges that we have to deal with. So when you say what's next is we got to finish this year out. We got to continue doing the business of providing support to our communities, identifying issues, identifying solutions, identifying some level of solidarity in how we move forward.
Now, one thing I want to mention, I'm very happy that this particular election was not a lot of mudslinging. There's not a lot of talking about each other. I was glad that this particular election was a smooth.
You're so messy.
I didn't say that live, did I? Did I say that? I didn't mean to say that. But I was happy that this campaign on both sides was even keel. So We live.
Yeah, we live.
But again, I want to make sure that, see, there's the problem though, and I see right here, Eric Phillips, he says poor turnout. So now, Francine and Don, I want you all both to answer this question.
Yeah.
Why are we always dealing with a poor turnout? And you said earlier, there's enough people in this city to make a lot of things happen. So is it the fact that the commissioner, the constituents don't trust the leadership, where we're not going to go out there and vote? Because again, some people say, well, they're going to do what they want to do anyway. It don't matter what I say, what I vote. If I say don't give me this, don't give me that, you're going to give it to me anyway. So when you talk about the poor turnout, what can the commissioners, the mayor, the leadership role could do in moving forward to get the folks energized about going to vote?
I'm gonna tell you this, and Fran said it, I said it earlier. We gotta educate folks. Right now, the election went the way it went. It wasn't pretty, okay? And it's just no way of pretending it. We all saw it. We all experienced it. Some people got sick and tired of just seeing it.
Just hearing all about it.
And sometimes those components push people away from wanting to be involved in it as well.
Right.
You know, I think about this sometimes because I got grandkids, you know, and my kids who are exposed to social media. If you see how we're acting as adults, imagine what our kids go through with the bullying and all that kind of stuff, and how it really kind of impacts their lives. So what we really have to do is understand that, listen, it doesn't matter that Fran voted for Steve and I was, you know, going with the mayor. I know both of them. I have relationships with both of them. And at the end of the day, I want us to be successful in whatever we do. So if the voters say, hey, it's time to make a change for District 5, guess what? That's what's going to happen.
It's going to make a change.
And I'm going to still be rooting for whoever's in the seat to do whatever, because they're going to have the same challenges I have right now. So all I'm saying is, to answer your question directly, all of those things contribute to the low turnout. But the biggest thing is, you can't talk about it if you're not going out there doing your part, to vote. Because there's a lot of people that have a lot to say about everything. But if we really were to go work number by number, name by name, and saw when was the last time they voted, man.
They didn't go.
And that's what I'm saying. And the thing about it, too, train your kids up on understanding the process. I've gone to the schools and done voter registration drives. And guess what? Some of those kids, as soon as I finish registering them right there on the spot, said, so what do I do with this? Who do I vote for? How do I know when it's time, and so on? So it has to be a consistent reinforcement. Friend, you're a little bit more seasoned than the rest of us, but I know when you were in school, government was a staple in school. When I was in school, government was a staple. I don't think a lot of those things are happening right now.
You know, I started my very first working on a campaign, and I know y'all all know who this person is. He probably wasn't living here. Don, I know you wasn't living here. It was Carrie Mays. And the reason I got to work on her campaign for $15, and I just knew that was a lot of money, but it was because I had the highest average in civic class. They told, I've been asking at Laney, do you all have civic class? And they said, no. They don't even have it. You have to, you know, they don't even offer the class. It's a class that if you want to take it, it's available. But it's not. But we had civics. We had junior high. We didn't have middle school. We had 8th and 9th grade, and we had civic classes. And then when we got to high school, we had a U.S. government and Black history class or whatever. But kids do not, and I don't think it's a requirement that you probably only have one, so one government class. And if you take it in junior in middle school, by the time you get out of high school and go to college and stuff, and you know, college you're going to do your whole thing. I tell you, in Seattle, they do not have polling. They have very limited polling places. And when my grandson used to come down with me for the summer, he used to always go, if there was an election, I would always take him to vote with me. He could not wait, and he did not want a paper ballot. He wanted to go into a polling site. People, kids, teenagers, young people in Augusta, they just don't care. So, and their excuse is, well, you're going to do what you're going to do anyway. My family is a voting family. My great-nephew just graduated from Laney, and they came to the school, or the school provided, I don't know how, for him to register to vote. So he was able to vote in this election. And he said, he called me, he said, I didn't vote, Auntie. I said, why didn't you vote? He said, because they asked me, was I independent, Democrat, or a Republican? Right. And he said, so I had to leave, so I need to come over there and we need to talk. So we talked for 30 minutes for somebody that's getting ready to go a scholarship. Right. He's on a scholarship to go to Alabama State, and he had no clue of what registering to vote and voting was going to be about.
Now let me ask this question now, Francine, before I forget, because I want to make sure we still kind of get around the results of the election. So now, as you said earlier, you were supporting Kendrick, and Kendrick is the next mayor moving forward, the first of the year. So do you believe that moving forward with Kendrick and the whole team he's going to be bringing in, and the new commissioners that'll be taking place, are we going to see some major change in Augusta? When I say major change, because some people say Augusta is not moving because of the mayor. Some people say Augusta not moving because of the commissioner. So now let's move forward, fast forward. Are we looking at if Commissioner get in, Kendrick get in, and there's no change? It's even across the board. So now can we say it was the mayor, or can we say it was the commissioner? Because again, some people say, well, the stuff happening, it's taking too long, the stuff to happen. We ain't got the grass cut, we ain't got the trash done, we ain't got all this stuff done. So some people blame the mayor, but we know it ain't always the mayor. So can we say moving forward, do you really feel that the new commissioner, the new mayor is gonna really make this get on the ground, hit the ground running type attitude? Or let me ask you this question, are you more motivated now because of the new mayor coming in?
Well, no, I'm motivated because I love Augusta. Okay. I love Augusta. Okay. So Don can tell you. See, you can't tell me no about what we can't do in our district. Okay. District 9, okay. We're going to do something. And it's all about collaborating. You got to talk to each other. You can't be in a silo. You can't be just this team and that team. If you want something for Augusta, you're going to have to work across the whole 11 people that's on there. We need good leadership, but we need somebody to come in that can build the bridge. That District 9 is going to need something, District 10 is going to need something, District 5 is going to need something, District 6 is going to need something. And we're going to have to work together to get it done. It's going to take all of us. It's not going to take one person, but it's going to have to take somebody to come in and be the leader and tell us and say, this is what we need for Augusta, Richmond County, to move Augusta forward.
Okay, let's go back to the chat line. We also Miss Soretta Smith.
Congratulations.
Good evening. Congratulations on her win. She also said hello to everybody. Say congratulations to her. She said, I do too love Augusta. She said she loves Augusta also.
It's Angie Burnett.
Yeah. So I guess the main thing as we were talking earlier, when you get into this leadership role as the commissioner and also in the mayor's role, the first thing you got to be able to love what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you don't love what you're doing, we can see it.
Yeah.
You gotta love people, you know?
Yeah, you got to be a people person.
You gotta love people. If you come into this and you don't like people, or you just are so introverted that you freeze up at every chance that you have to engage, you're gonna have some challenges. But you may be great in other areas, right?
Right.
And that's where the benefit is where we kind of feed off of each other.
Right.
Listen, I may have a weakness that Francine may have a strength in.
Okay.
And that's where we have to communicate and say, Fran, this is my strong suit. Can you lead this?
Okay.
She and I have double teamed numerous times on community meetings for developments that's coming in different areas in District 5. At the end of the day, it's a give or take. It's a lessons learned with all of it. You have to also give yourself some room and grace, because guess what? I'm not perfect. I'm going to make mistakes. But if I stop there and if I limit myself to just that mistake I made yesterday and then stop for what the next day's adventures or challenges are going to be, then shame on me. So I think the biggest thing is understanding we got a mayor coming in, a new mayor coming in. He's going to have to make sure that he aligns everyone with him, right?
Okay.
But at the end of the day, he can't do it by himself. Okay. None of us can. Whether it's the mayor or not, the mayor, I think, in Augusta, Richmond County, gets a hard kind of reaction from the community.
Okay.
The mayor gets blamed for things that the mayor can't do by themselves.
Right. Now, Don, let me jump in there. So that goes back to the transparency, because you are definitely telling us right here on Barbershop Talk Live. So now, why we don't hear this on the other networks about what you just said? Because we know that the mayor don't do it all, but some people put him on the pedestal, put him on top of the hill, like he's the man that walks on water.
It's an unfair thing to say that everything that goes wrong is the mayor's fault.
Right.
Because the mayor can't do anything, he or she can't do anything by themselves. They have to align with at least 5 others to vote and move anything forward. And guess what that means? That means you have to come in already retrofitted with some level of understanding that, guess what? I don't care if you don't like me, I don't care if I don't like you, but we have to do what's going to move us. Right. So let's find out where our commonalities are, and let's put them on the table, and let's put them into motion so that we can move. Now, I'll tell you something that really came out amazingly that many people probably aren't thinking about. Okay? This will be the first time in history, and y'all go ahead and check me on this.
Google it.
Google this one. This will be the first time that we've had a majority woman commission.
Didn't know that.
In the history. We'll have 6 sitting women commissioners come January on our commission. First of all, you can talk about all the things you want to talk about. You can even look back to days prior and saw where, hell, we were even talking about the first woman coming on. Now we will have in January 6 sitting women commissioners that will be at the table towards trying to solution build, towards trying to build bridges, towards trying to move Augusta forward. That's progress. And more importantly, it's also something that we all have to understand. Stop holding back or holding on to those things from our past. Don't forget them. Because they're essential. They're lessons learned. But remember that the only way we can move forward is all of those mistakes, all of that hurt and pain, all of those setbacks have to be our motivation to not look back and keep moving forward.
Now, Ms. Francine, what I want to bring to your attention, I want to make sure all the speech has been made, all the talk has been talked. Right now, I think what the people are looking for now going forward, because we got a new mayor coming in, as Don said, we got new seats being filled.
That's right.
We're looking at everything that somebody's saying. We're looking at everything people are doing, because what we see now people are doing, when I say people, I'm talking about the commissioners or folks running for office, they only come around once a year. Every 4 years, I'm sorry, and they come to every church. Every church visit, sometimes 2 or 3 churches a day. So we want to make sure that we're not just giving some political talk. We're not just getting this nice, pretty words. We as the people of Barbershop Talk Live world and the community, we want to see action.
That's right.
So we want to start off the year with some action, and maybe going into the new year, we want to see action. So all those agendas is on the books. Make sure those things get handled, because now when people understand that the first of the year, we got the right people in place. So how would you say to the people that's leaving out?
Leaving out.
When I say the people that are leaving out, how can those persons leaving out of those seats also come back and contribute to what's going on to the folks that's coming in?
Oh, absolutely. I lean on several former commissioners, black and white. And ask them different questions that I don't have a clue about. And I also, let me just say this first, it's amazing that we're going to have 6 women. On that,
I didn't know that.
I knew because, I'm going to tell you, a good friend of ours, Senator Walker, always said, but see, y'all need more women down there on the commission.
I didn't know that.
And so I need to make sure I tell Monique to slip that in his ear.
Right.
But constituents need to understand 6 votes carry a lot of weight. But it's hard to count to 6 when you're sitting on a commission. And every 6 votes don't necessarily mean that it's a good vote.
Right.
I think I really think we're in a good place on where we're going. I think we have some people who are committed to seeing Augusta move forward, and I'm excited to be where I am and to continue what I want to see happen and move forward with what we're going to do here in Augusta, because the time is now.
Okay.
The time is now.
Let's go back to Angela. Angela said, how can we get how can we get our elected representatives more involved in the community? I tend to always see the same commissioners at the community events. I love to see all the commissioners engage in the community so that they are engaging in the community, they are making their decisions for us. So again, she want to know, how can we get y'all not to come out just for the Juneteenth, not just for the masses? How can y'all come out for the little old Easter egg program? How can y'all come out for the hot scotch? How can y'all come out for more involvements in the community, not when you're just gonna get these photo ops?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's you're gonna get that no matter what.
Okay.
All of us try to commit ourselves to different organizations, different events, and otherwise. I do football announcing at Laney.
Okay.
Friday nights,
Okay.
you know.
Okay.
Which this is a Laney alum.
Oh,
That's right.
Wildcats.
But
That's
so
right.
all I'm saying is it's going to be different no matter what.
No matter
what.
what.
And we can't be everywhere.
Okay.
But the same way you want to challenge us to do different things, do that yourself. Go to other events and other people's, spots and experience different things. That is the unique piece of Augusta, because we have so many different aspects of us, but we have to be willing to take those steps to really go, explore and learn.
Okay. So barbershop. Okay.
Tell you,
Come on.
another thing that we had with being in the community, we serve on different committees too.
Okay.
Like I have the library board
Okay.
that I serve on, and I have Family Connection that I serve on, and those two committees keep me busy too, because they may have Dr. Seuss reading,
Okay.
and they want
Okay.
me to come to different schools, or if we're having something with the Family Connection, they provide, and they always trying to raise money to give diapers and
Okay.
those kind of things. Don said on the airport committee, I don't know, whatever. So those are the things that we do outside of our Tuesday jobs too.
Okay.
So we are committed,
Okay.
committed to them to do that as well.
Yeah.
Barbershop Talk Live. Well, again, we are in a conversation because we are talking about the inner workings of the commissioner, what goes on behind the scene, because we don't know unless they tell us what's happening. Transparency. We're talking about transparency. So listen, we had a great conversation. You didn't get a chance to enjoy this conversation. We did.
We did.
We did.
Yeah.
Got a lot learned, lot talked about.
Yeah.
And again, we got a new government coming in the first of the year. So please, ma'am, please, sir, be prepared to work, be prepared to get involved, be prepared to stay informed what's going on, because you want to know what's happening. We good?
Yeah.
Now, Dawn, before we get out of there, I want you to get the people, how can they get in contact with you? How can they, you as a website, email, or whatever?
Yep, 706-945-4953. That's my cell phone. You can also reach me at dclark@augustaga.gov. Go on and explore the augustaga.gov website. It's newly refreshed. It has a plethora of information out there. Even if you want to input your address to find out who all of your elected officials, that was a change we just recently made.
Okay.
So now folks don't have to question who's my representative, who's my state senator, and so on. It's all there on the Augusta GA website.
Okay, now Francine, how can they get in contact with you and follow you?
Best way to get in touch with me is by email, and that's fscott@augustageorgia.gov. I'm ready to answer questions if you want to meet up. And people understand, let me just say that we don't have office.
Oh,
We do
okay.
not have an office.
Say that
Okay,
We-
okay, okay.
We have
Do
to
we have
find
to
a
say the
place.
So it's
We
always
have to
open door.
say-
Well,
We
always.
have to find somewhere to have, and sometimes you don't have time for coffee and
Right.
lunch
That's
and that
right.
kind of stuff.
That's right.
But we have to find a place. But fscott@augustageorgia.gov is the best way to get in touch with me. We might have to do phone, we might have to do Zoom or something like that, but we do not have office space.
Okay.
We have to have our clerk of commission, Ms. Bonner, to search
Right.
around for us to have a conference room or something. But we can make it happen. And you're going to come up to me anywhere, whenever you see me.
Right.
Even at church, you passing your money. I got a question for you. And I
Right.
was like, we're in church right now. But just talk up, be engaged. And if you think you can provide something, or you can do something better to serve and bring out Augusta run for office.
Okay.
It's only $300.
Well, you know, I didn't know that, so guess what I'm going to be doing? Barbershop Talk Live again. I want to thank you for tuning in to another special edition of Barbershop Talk Live. We are Get Engaged. So I urge you, Barbershop Talk Live world, get engaged, stay involved, and don't forget, just vote.
Just vote.
Just vote. That'll make a difference more than anything you can. Make a difference by voting. Listen, we got to get out of here. Can I give away something before we go?
Sure.
Yeah.
Can I give away some, team? Can I give away some? I got to give away this thing from Piedmont Hospital. It's a blood pressure monitor, courtesy of Piedmont Hospital and also Barbershop Talk Live. Listen, I got 3 questions for you. 3 questions, 3 simple questions. The first question is always a simple question. The first question is, tell me, where is Don originally from?
Houston.
Not you.
Oh.
Not you. Remember, we lied.
They didn't hear me. Let's see. Where the first one pop up.
We're going to scratch that question. We're going to go to another question. She can't win the... Listen, we're going to do another question again. Barbershop Talk Live. If you pay to this conversation, please, ma'am, please, sir, you got a chance to win a blood pressure monitor, courtesy of Barbershop Talk Live and Piedmont Hospital, right here in Augusta, Georgia. We're going to go back to another question again. We're going to make sure you heard the conversation. Don, the question also refers to you. What branch of the military did he serve in? I think he said it. He said, if you pay attention to the conversation, that question is easy. Second question, Francine, we'll come to you with the second question. We want to know, what city did you come from to Augusta? You said it, didn't you? Mm-hmm. You said it, Barbershop Talk Live world. These questions are simple. Get out. I need one person to give me all 3 questions and stop by Jay's Place Barbershop, located at 1927, to get your blood pressure monitor. Also, the third question is very simple. The third question is, Francine, I'm going to come back to you since you're the lady. The third question involves this lady. The third question is, what district does she involve? What is her district? Tell me the district. She said it. Did you say it? Mm-hmm. She said it. I just want to know what district she is involved in. Barbershop Talk Live again. Piedmont Hospital, Barbershop Talk Live. Come get your blood pressure monitor. It's free. Barbershop Talk Live again. Listen, we want to get out of here. If you had a good time conversation, we enjoyed it. If you want to see a Barbershop Talk Live guest in the hot seat, just inbox. You want to be a guest, you want to be a sponsor, you want to be all type of sponsors, just inbox. We'll make sure we get your product, your service, and also your business advertised on Barbershop Talk Live. Don't forget, each and every Wednesday. But listen, next week in the hot seat on Barbershop Talk Live is nobody.
Because you're out of town.
We taking a vacation. We going vacation. Barbershop Talk Live is just going to take a small pause for the call. So listen, be sure to tune in the week after. We're going to take a pause. We're going to take a quick vacation because we need it. And you want to know, we'll let you know about the picture we show with you next time. So Barbershop Talk Live, next week is going to be a vacation week. But you can also please tune in. We're going to air some shows next week. So tune in for the shows. We're going to do a recap show. So also tune in to the recap show next week. Going to be some very important information about ED. ED, fellas.
Okay.
Some information about ED. That is erectile dysfunction. If you're having a problem with it, tune into that show next week. We'll answer all your questions about ED. Listen, we got to get out of here. Can we get out of here?
Let's go.
Barbershop Talk. Listen, I want everybody to look at this camera. See that camera, Francine? See that camera down? Mm-hmm. Come on up just a little bit right. Come right there. Watch what I do. Do what I do. See you later.
See you later.
And now, we're live. Yes, live from James Place. And we're talking